Welcome to Festival of the Arts. Food, fun, excitement. We are starting our experience this year at the Deconstructed Dish. This was one of my favorite booths multiple times in the past. They have changed up 3 items. We are getting the Deconstructed BLT, the Deconstructed Key Lime Pie, and the Deconstructed Bourbon-filled, drink, and you're out of the picture there. Hi, this is Winchester. He's eating with us. So, they are modified for all of my allergens, includes gluten, crustaceans, and chickpeas. And we're gonna start with trying the pork belly.
Which is fancy for thick bacon.
Thick bacon. So taking a little bit of each item that's on the plate to reconstruct what they have deconstructed. Obviously the pictures will go right here. Okay. So, pork belly, very salty. The mayo aioli. I love that espuma. It's like a watercress espuma. Really nice. What do you think?
The mayo? Delicious. I know, not helpful. Creamy. Hits the tongue first.
Not a lemon.
What's the best word to describe it? This is what I tasted first, and it was amazing.
Okay.
As for the
pork belly,
it's good. Don't think bacon.
No, don't think bacon. And the tomato jam has a nice sweetness to it. They've got mustard on it. I also like that.
Very sweet.
Yeah, the cold of the tomato jam, cold of the mayo, cold of the espuma, and then the heat, like warm heat of the pork belly. It's really lovely. Okay, so now we're going back to the key lime pie deconstructed. So we've got a meringue, 2 meringues, raspberry sauce, lime, curd, this slightly encrusted cream stuff, and the raspberry sauce, I believe it is. And you bring a little bit of it all together, and we're going to give it a try. That lime curd is so good. Oh my god. It's just sweet and tart, but not overwhelming. And then the cream from what is in the lime, which is not lime at all. I've had this 2 years running now. It's so good. You don't need the graham cracker. Oh, it is a little limey in there, but it's like a whipped cream lime. And then you have these sugar bombs of the meringues, which I don't think it needs. No, you really don't need it. What are your thoughts?
The lime is just kind of melts in your mouth. Has a very good flavor to it. As far as like not overly sweet, definitely not a sugary treat at all. The key lime part,
the custard, yeah,
it is just a custard that is nice to taste. Again, you're not getting a sickeningly sweet dessert here at all.
No.
Let's hear. This is a sugar bomb. Is it sugar?
It's a meringue. I highly recommend putting like the non-sweet raspberry puree or something on it. It's intense sugar.
That's neat. It's like tasting a giant Lucky Charm marshmallow.
There you go. All right, and last but not least, we have the mint julep. Now, I'm going to remind you, if you haven't followed me before, when you get drinks at Disney, especially at Epcot, stir them. The alcohol always floats on the top or the bottom. And there was a floater of bourbon on the top of this that would have hurt if I drank it straight. Also, as a reminder for those of you who are celiac or have gluten allergies, remember that during the distillation process, the gluten is taken out of it. Depending on how it's aged in a barrel, though, that's where you may have a problem. So, the alcohol itself is not glutinous after, even if it's made with barley or rye.
So what is the tube here?
Oh, I'm going to try it straight first. This is the strawberry part. So that's just straight julep with a little bit of sweet. And now we're going to take the pipette. Oh, and really, oh good God.
A little frozen.
I guess so. I need your help on this because I am not strong enough to move. That pipette is fighting me.
Is there a
Give
tip?
us a moment. It should be open. Oh, it is frozen.
It's like the pastry where you get to draw the.
Well, he's using it like a drawing tube. We're now.
Oh, there we go.
There
we go.
Yeah, see, it was frozen. The thin tube part was absolutely frozen solid. So, and then again, I was told, recommended highly to stir this again. So we're going to stir the strawberry stuff in. Much pinker drink than it was before.
It is a strawberry preserve.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is.
It's sugary. It's fun. He just drank all the rest of it.
Yeah, they did.
So there was definitely a floater of bourbon on it, but it is not. It's got a nice sweetness. I don't get a whole lot of mint. Oh no, yeah, I do. Getting about here.
Oh, absolutely taste mint.
Yeah, a little bit of fresh mint on the top and the mint within it. I like that.
Yes. So the strawberries are nice on it.
Doesn't need the strawberry, but I like it.
To do a non-alcoholic version of that would be nice for the kids, for anybody who doesn't drink.
Yeah.
But if you're a bourbon drinker, this is something different. Definitely something different.
Yeah, it is different but fun. All right. So on that note, we're going to finish eating.
Okay, so this is my first time watching Michelle order allergy-friendly food at Disney and whatnot. And it was an interesting experience that I just kind of want to comment on. So she walked up, and the first thing she said was
Allergy order.
Allergy order. Right away. They didn't panic. They had a protocol for it. Talk to the chef, come back. I'm sorry, you can't do this and this. Michelle, because she had seen the menu and whatnot, and had experienced this before, said, no, I can. Just remove this, remove that, and I can have it. You said, can we do that? Yes, okay, we'll do that. So, do not be afraid to stand up for what you think can be modified.
Yeah, to advocate.
I like that.
Now, understand there are certain things that cannot be modified. But I knew for a fact from talking to other people who had met with the chefs already that you can have these items with those changes.
The other thing I want to comment on is normally when you subtract something because of an allergy, there is a blank spot on the plate. I loved that the chef said, no, we're going to fill that blank spot.
And still make it look nice.
And make it look nice.
Yep.
So that was just a delight and a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, people ask me why I come back to Disney all the time, and they do. I can eat like a normal person. and that sounds weird, but it's such a big deal, and I know I'm not going to go back to my room and be stuck sick for the rest of the night. You know, it's awesome. So we're going to eat. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, so the next items we are trying at the refreshment port are the poutine, which is a classic traditional poutine, and it is made safe for us. A blood orange Cosmo made with Boyd and Blair vodka, and the Boulevard Brewing Company Quirk Blueberry, Lemon, and Lavender Hard Cider. The picture of the Cosmo and the Lavender Cider will go right here, which we will be trying momentarily. Winchester's being a godsend and standing in line waiting for the food, because trying to get up to the refreshment port in an ECV and turn and get through people, unless I have to sit there yelling, move it please, move away, I couldn't have done it. So that was a challenge. Okay, so I'm going to take a sip of these because water is wasting. So this is the blood orange Cosmo first. Boyd and Blair vodka, which is certified gluten-free, so this is good to go. It tastes a lot more like peel. It's a lot more bitter than I would have expected. I'm pretty sure this is a pre-blend mix. And I get the orange here-ish. That's almost too strong for me. I'm not sure I like that. But it's a vodka drink, so that's nice to try. All right, so the blueberry and lemon. Let's give that a sip. Smell the blueberry, or lavender, sorry, blueberry and lavender.
They've got a Red Bull.
Very dry. I get the lavender, a little bit of the citrus, but like I said, not sweet.
What's next, Amy?
Not sure if it's something I would want to do again. So we'll get his opinion. He's on his way here right now.
Here I am.
And we have poutine. I will take a picture of the poutine and he will tell you about the drinks. which he will tell you now that you can see him. Hi, tell him about the drinks. There we go. Let's get there. Now we can see all of your head. Hi, Ibis.
Interesting. So it reminds me of a cranberry seltzer.
Okay.
The lavender taste that's supposed to be in there is very light.
Yeah.
So, which is fine. Most people don't like the overpowering taste of it. It goes down easy, not very alcoholic at all. More like a fruit juice that will probably sneak up on you.
It's really dry to me, like not a whole lot of fruit at all.
Oh yeah, no sweet.
All right, so try the Cosmo.
Most seltzers are dry.
True. Oh, well, yeah, like a regular seltzer water seltzer, yeah.
Or even the alcoholic ones are traditionally drier.
I gotcha. Okay.
And so what am I drinking here?
A blood orange Cosmo, Boyd and Blair vodka. It is also made in advance, pre-mixed by the company. It is gluten-free.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Very tart.
Yeah.
It's back here, as most Cosmos do. The vodka is very tasty, not harsh at all, mellow, but the cranberry could be helping out with that.
Blood orange.
Oh, the blood orange? Okay, yeah. I definitely taste that vitamin C, citrusy kind of taste in the aftertaste. Interesting. Because of that, I think I would order one of these and go, that's nice, and then order something else.
That's pretty much what my thought was. Okay, so now we're going to try the poutine. I'm stealing one.
Okay. So, something very interesting.
Oh, hold on. Yum. Really traditional, nice, warm flavored beef gravy. A hair of sweetness in it. Good salt, and that was just a fry. And gravy. I miss this kind of gravy. This is what the last poutine should have been like. Oh my god, yum. I haven't even tried cheese yet. Let him try one.
Gravy. I have been trying to master gravy for years. Gravy is basically a beef broth or stock mixed with a thickener. Traditionally, you got your butter, your flour, but this is probably done with a cornstarch. So therefore, the gravy is much more translucent.
It's yummy. Well, let me not give my opinion. Let me have you choose.
They're very good. So for a number of years, my family owned a sub shop, and fries and gravy were a standard thing that I got often. And everyone laughed because I really enjoyed the imitation packet gravy that they made for their brown gravy. That is what this tastes like.
Okay, all right.
So as I was saying before, this tastes very much like a powdered gravy mixed with fries, which if you grew up eating that, like, oh my god, this is amazing. My wife would probably say this is too salty for her.
Yeah, most Disney food is.
But going with the French fries, the salt is a nice compliment.
And you've got the cheese curds. Cheese curd.
I haven't tried the two together yet, or three together.
Cheese curds are very mild. Now, if you saw the last video where I had a poutine, the cheese curds were squeaky, like they hurt. You could feel them squeaking on your teeth. These don't squeak on me. I like these.
The cheese reminds me of a very mild mozzarella. More like if mild cheddar and mozzarella had a baby.
Okay, so he took my fork. I don't know where his is. I made him keep his fork.
Right.
Thank you. I'm like, I put my fork out, I'm eating, I'm like, where'd my fork go? So you can tell he likes it enough that he wanted to keep going. I mean, for me, this is something I would get again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, win for me on the food.
You know what this would go really well with?
What?
A nice cheese steak.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. But they are getting cold because it's only in the 50s, so we're going to eat and we'll tell you when we get to the next food booth. Hi, we're at the Canada Pavilion. We have picked up 2 of the 3 items. Now, I was informed prior to this that all 3 items were safe for us, but today they said the risotto was not safe, so we didn't get it. But we did get the beets and the bone marrow, the pictures of which will go right here. And you're looking at the bone marrow saying, well, wait a minute, Michelle. The bone marrow is supposed to come with bread. You can't eat the bread. But I brought my own! So I picked up a baguette. Last time I brought toast with me because it just is better when you spread that stuff on the stuff. Where did I put my knife?
No, it's fork.
That's a fork. All right, well, so while that's happening, I'm going to have him start by trying the beets. This is plant-based and gluten-free.
So it looks like a lovely combination of the beets and What do you think these guys are?
More beets.
That's beets?
Little
Different
beets.
color, okay.
There's mushrooms. There's it looks like a blue cheese, a candied pecans.
All right. The beets have a very fibrous taste to them.
Okay.
Nothing amazing. Pecans are delicious, of course. This is not something where you can do a big bite.
Well, you can try.
You're doing like everything in a combination. So, try.
Something spicy. I think it's pecan.
They were spiced pecans, not candied.
Okay.
The blue cheese is extremely overwhelming.
Put it with the beet.
I did.
Really?
Yeah. No, it is a strong blue cheese. So if you're 50-50 on blue cheese, you will not like this.
What I'm noticing, I did a little of everything. I did a mushroom, I did a pecan, I did a beet, I did the cheese all together, and that actually was really nice. I didn't have that problem with it sticking out too much. So I actually find this kind of balanced.
This is not for me.
I like this one.
So we're just, it's not bad.
I'm not thrilled with the pecans, but it's, yeah.
This is just a very unique vegetable heavy dish that if this is not something I'd order every day, I don't recommend trying it today.
I would go. Vegetarians, it's a vegan option. I like it. Okay, so here's gonna be the real fun one. Bone marrow.
I like the pecans.
Yeah, and that's the part that I'm least favorite with. So the bone marrow itself, it kind of cooks till it's kind of a gelatinous thing, and you kind of scoop it out and put it on bread, which I'm now showing him, and it kind of looks like that. There's bone marrow, there's caramelized onions, greens, and mushrooms all together. If you like mushrooms, this is not the food for you.
So, since some of you may not bring your own baguettes, is this worth trying sans bread?
It's gonna be weird sans bread, personally.
No, it is great. It is yummy. So let's see if I can describe yummy.
Caramelized onions are very sweet.
Yes, caramelized onions, a great umami taste to it.
And did you get into the
Kind of
marrow?
on the salty side.
You got the marrow, the scoop. You got to scoop into the base because that's where the actual marrow is.
So it was very good, very good. I don't know if it'd be filling, but it is very delicious.
And it's pricey because it's a harder thing to make. Which got scraping. And the marrow feels a little bit fatty. Not bad.
Alright, try
The onions are stronger this year than last year in terms of the caramelization. So they're still just sweet onions. They have more intensity to them. Sorry, trying to cut some of the stuff out. It's not easy to eat. Let's go with that.
Huh.
And this was the thing he wasn't interested in eating today.
Yeah, and I was hoping that a gourmet version of it would change my mind and be like, oh, that is what everyone's talking about when they say how amazing bone marrow is. It didn't convert me. This is a nice novelty, but it's not something I'd order a second time. Not because it's bad, it just doesn't hit every checkbox on the palate.
I'm fine with it, but again, yeah, is this something I'd be hunting down? No. But the fact that it's here and it's different, and it's interesting, it's kind of fun. Last but not least, Scotch cocktail. Now, what's interesting is, the last time when I talked to someone in events about this, they said you could get the drink without the chocolate nail. Today they gave me the chocolate nail and told me I couldn't have the risotto, which they said they could have. So I'm a little confused and a little scared. I'm gonna stir it because it's starting to defrost. But we're gonna see what this one's like. It was a pretty nail. It looks like a rusty nail, but it's like chocolate with sparkle on it. Try that.
All right. Now, I am not a Scotch person.
Yep. Neither am I, though. Keep that in mind.
It's got some nice spice. Very warm.
Yeah.
Almost like a warm cider.
Yeah.
It's almost like Scotch and applesauce.
Okay.
Let's see here. Are you going to try the nail?
Go for it.
Oh, that's fine. Good chocolate.
Okay.
Well, she got that. And since she got that, I had to go with the I Am Brut champagne.
That's not what it's called, but it is a brut champagne.
So this is, I believe it's champagne from Austria, Germany.
You sure it's not from Canada?
I don't believe so.
Okay. It's a cuvee.
So it's good, very bubbly, but I immediately think of the blue cheese when I drink it.
Very brut. It's back in here with a little acidity on the front of the tongue. I don't like brutes generally. Like a semi-brut is usually what I prefer. So it's okay. It's okay. Would I go out of my way for that? Probably not. Now, that's where we are. More food is coming your way. Not sure how much more booze is coming your way, because
We're trying to get tipsy.
and he's going to have to go on Guardian soon. Wish him luck. But that's where we are right now. We're going to grab some napkins, take a break, and find the next food booth.
There's raclette cheese. Look at that. Amazing melty raclette. Cheese. All right, so we have already tried the carne asada. Here you see a lineup of the raclette, the carne asada, and the skirt steak. We're going to talk about the carne asada when we're done, because this stuff is still warm and we would like to enjoy it. It's steak and little peppers, which I'm going to knock off the... Normally it's a sandwich. Let's start with that. We got it without bread. I could add bread. I don't know that it needs bread. But I'm picking up a little pepper, some skirt steak, and arugula. Oh wow. Okay. It's got a marinade on it.
Which one is that? Okay.
Strong marinade. That's a mushroom, I think. Decent salt to it. A pepper. Just a regular red pepper, baby. Oh, the cornichon, yeah.
I got gherkin.
If it's sweet, it's a gherkin. If it's not, it's a cornichon. Mushrooms are chili. Mushrooms are good.
The steak is a little on the chewier side for me,
It's a skirt steak, so yeah.
but I think it pairs well with the onion. Not bad.
It would be nice in a sandwich, which is the way they originally planned it.
Yes. I think if I were to chomp into this as a sandwich, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm very grateful that they're able to customize this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we can use more of the greens. Turn it into a steak salad.
There you go. Okay, so the second piece is much more green. It's this guy over here, which is the pork belly with raclette cheese and looks like broccolini or some kind of a green. Now, and as he will tell you, you could smell the raclette cheese a mile away.
Absolutely. It's very funny. So I was in a food booth that was opposite of this one. And people that are not used to this smell, unfortunately, were getting out of line.
For this smell, this booth.
For this smell.
Yeah, you can smell raclette cheese a mile away, really, truly. This was one of the ones he was not interested in trying. I want to point that out at first.
The cheese is absolutely amazing.
I told you. It smells like hell on earth, but boy, it tastes good.
The pork belly, very soft. It is being a bit overpowered by the cheese.
Fair enough.
The greens go nicely with it. Was it spinach or broccolini?
I think it might be a kale. Hold on.
This holds up with the pork belly as well.
Oh, I think that's mustard.
So I'm very glad they paired that with it.
The more juice, the better.
The pork belly is delicious, but you can put any pork on there, and this whole meal would be good. Yeah, that's my take on it.
Awesome. Okay.
I recommend this one.
Awesome.
This is filling.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give it a try now. Okay, so I have a bite of all three items. So the cheese is the predominant flavor. Salty, but the greens are plain, which is great because then feeds the saltiness of the cheese feeds the greens. The pork belly it's a little bit dry, but not badly, especially thinking about how long it's been cooking today.
But could it be any type of pork and be just as fine?
Oh yeah. Is that pepper? There's a light spice to the rub on the pork belly. Like I'm getting a little afterburn in here, which is really nice.
But that's because you had the pork belly separate.
Right. I wanted to try it by itself. Yeah, you know, altogether, it's a perfect bite. I mean, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. I would absolutely get this again. But the pork belly itself has the spiciness. The greens, again, are very clean and simple. And then that salty, fatty, chewy, not very chewy at this point because it's cold, of the raclette. Really a perfect bite. So the other thing that we got food-wise, well, yeah, let's jump booth for a minute. We went to the Mexico Pavilion. They said the lobster tostada was not safe for gluten allergies. It was the other day. They said it might be a cross-contamination with the fryer, so we didn't get it.
Now, they do have documentation right there at the register, which said both items were gluten-free.
Okay.
They were specifically worried about the cross-contamination from the fryer.
Okay. So it depends on your sensitivity. So if you're celiac, I would say don't do the tostada. If you just have a sensitivity, it might be okay. We might look at it tomorrow because neither of us are celiac. I have some issues with it. He does as well, but a tiny amount for him may not be a big deal. It's got crustaceans, which is why I don't have it. So the carne asada, which we did get, it has pickled green beans that were very salty.
To you, it was very salty. I did not feel the salt was overpowering.
Well, because you took it as a bite with everything, and I took it as a bite alone.
True enough.
So the cheese itself
Mild.
seems to be very, very mild. The meat has a chew to it, but it's tender. It's got some decent flavor, and then you've got the incredibly salty beans. So I think altogether it balances out to a good bite.
Now, I'm actually glad that we're doing both of these together because I enjoyed this
The carne
steak
asada.
over the original, over
The
theirs.
skirt steak.
Yes.
Yeah. So Craftsman Courtyard skirt steak. He did not like that as much. He likes the carne asada of the Mexico Pavilion, la Artista Hambriento. And I remember that crap. Okay, so the last thing we have to try that is at the Craftsman Courtyard. Coffee, old-fashioned. It's got an Luxardo cherry. Picture goes right here. And we're going to give it a try. It's got this mellowness of the coffee.
I'm sorry, what is the alcohol for this one?
An old-fashioned
Is bourbon.
is usually a bourbon. It is very gentle. It is very dangerous. It is very soft. He needs to try this.
And I'm not a bourbon drinker, so
You won't taste bourbon in this. That's what I'm saying.
say if you're not a bourbon drinker and someone says try this, see what it
This is the non-bourbon drinker's thoughts.
So I taste the coffee. This is definitely like almost a cold brew.
Yeah.
This is a cold brew with a bourbon flavoring, if you will.
Yeah. That's really nice.
You're definitely on the sweeter side.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I even taste a little bit of chocolate.
I can accept that. Yeah. Absolutely. That's for someone who doesn't drink bourbon to have a bourbon cocktail. That works. All right. It's all of our foods. We have a lot to eat here and finish up because this is tasty stuff. Wait, if I haven't said so already, please remember to like this video, subscribe, share, all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff, and don't forget that I don't have a tagline. Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?